Okay, 3, 2, 1. Nice. It looks like MU, but it's almost an MH. That's good. Well, certainly welcome back, everyone. It's the first of many things that we want to say. And when anyone enters channel, it's probably the first thing we say to everybody that we know our members have lives, different interests, and that we're always glad to see them come back. It doesn't matter, why they are away. We're just glad to see them come back. We understand that people are taking a break from AO until the next wipe or until release. As indicated in our recent 5-month update post, we're about to tone things down too. Although joining up with Undead Lords and Ominous in the EX Alliance and the other guys there has us pretty motivated. However, if you just want to drop by anytime to say hi or to play a different game with us, please do so. Know that you are always, always welcome back. In terms of a quick game update, I had this for Embo, but I don't know if he's getting dinner right now. Just something quick that basically the game, it offers a lot in Albion Online to the guilds that appreciate teamwork. We've been doing this for 5 months now of beta, and it's a game where you can bond and have fond memories. The fame is huge in game now. We can get 100,000 fame in 1 hour. 100,000, not 2,000 or 3 or 20 that we were bragging about before. Like, it has changed. You can get to what you want to try and play very quickly. The grind's reduced. The skills are fantastic. There's so many new skills for everything you can do, and there's so much diversity of options that just about anything could be viable. We'll talk more about about the game after too, more off-camera stuff to share a little bit of what's going on with the developers at the moment. I do have some slides playing up in the top left. That's Gina from ZeniMax from when we saw her at QuakeCon and stuff. There's some stuff from Albion and stuff. So we've just some fond memories from past games, and looking forward to more of those with this game too. And the last thing for me is just a quick alliance update. In every game we've played, we have formed or joined alliances to find more good people for our members to play with. We want people you can trust and rely on, people like us. We're really happy to have found that in the Exodia, the EX Alliance, the leadership and members of EX, the Undead Lords, Pest, Ponder, and all those guys, Savant and Moog and those guys, great guys. Tim from Ominous and his group, just incredible. We're getting to know the French group La Croisade, Bonjour, and Infinite have been a lot of fun to play with, and very skilled, good PvPers, and we're having a good time with them. I think, and we're looking forward to launch with them. I have a spot here from Zero that you had said to me earlier. I don't know if you wanted to say it, if you just wanted me to say it.
Go for it.
Okay. Basically, he said we're currently working towards utilizing our coordinated efforts to be a part of the hardcore competitive alliance, yet retain our casual atmosphere. This will include things like overseeing upgrades, food production, mounts, and crafting efforts to fill in logistics gaps. And I've added, of course, that we'll do as much as we can for PR and getting as much PvP experience as we can, of course. We're better together. That's why we have some swag for our guys and some for the alliance as well. Maybe Zeph, if I can turn it over to you and talk about the swag that we have for right now.
Certainly. So obviously we have some swag for some of our members. We want to first off thank everybody for having just a great community. It's competitive, we're efficient, and most importantly, we're all getting on to have fun with each other. For the swag nominations, we had a lot of people that were recommended and talked about in different TeamSpeak channels. The great stuff that everybody does to kind of help out the guild and the alliance. But obviously there's only so much swag to go around. Some of the officers were included and offered first dibs on some of the prizes just because of the amount of work that they do and the time involvement for that. And they all said that they wanted to pass on that and give it to the members. So for the first nomination, we have Blitz. He's just one of the many people helping us in the guild. His steadfast commitment and drive for pushing groups and getting groups together and going out and doing different things in beta. And we have a Dapper Hide for you, Blitz.
Congratulations,
man. Then next up we have Raven for his community guides, leadership and logistics, and great sense of humor. We have a Mr. Beer Kit. Nothing like some liquid courage to make us shine on the battlefield. And then obviously, please kill the internet people responsibly.
Congrats, guys. That there was a lot of names put into the draw. There's just so many people we want to thank, and yeah, I'll need so many prizes, of course, to get around. But thanks. We'll get your addresses later, and or I think Blitz for you, it's a promo code that we'll get from the CEO there, and for Raven, it's I'll just mail your stuff to the CEO of Mr. Beer, and he'll get that to you. So enjoy. And speaking of upcoming stuff, while we're toning it down, we still have some different things going on. Magic, if you can fill us in on what you got in mind.
Yeah, so I just posted one of the spreadsheets for the new armor changes if you haven't played for a while. And then the second one is a sheet I did before to see what everybody's playing. And then this one is for the upcoming beta. After you try stuff out, what you think you're going to run, just so we can kind of fill the gaps in. But for testing so far, I want to get everybody to a point where they know what they want to go into for the beta, because it seems like it's going to be a lot shorter, maybe a month or two at the most. So trying to push the one or two builds that you will go for, just so we can be semi-competitive. So we can do stuff more with the guild itself and the open war PvP, so it's not as hard, and we're not that far behind as we are now. Second, I'd like to every Wednesday or every other Wednesday set up a skirmish or a like a tournament style duel, so people can see other people's builds that they come up with, and just trying out different things, so you can see what works, and at least for duels. But then the winner, the top two, will get a prize from the guild. And then with that, anybody that wants to try out GVGs in the future, at least for the next beta, because we do want to hold territories, or at least help and assist with it. So if we have a team or two, that'd be amazing. But with that, we can set up fake ones that are actually guild versus guild, so you take the nodes and stuff on the test server. We can do that through Embo and
Sinister, yeah.
Yeah, and Sinister.
Yeah, we can do it on our own, but it's just they're quicker at doing it.
And then a couple of us play Heroes of the Storm right now too. So it's always a good positioning and just another team thing. So you're always playing with the same people. So if you're going to start a team, I mean, it's almost the same play style. It's just different skills and stuff. But the core concept of fighting other 5 versus 5 teams is still there.
Yeah, it's very, very similar. That and we had fun the other night just lining up our wombo combos, that communication for GVGs and stuff. You've probably noticed that in Albion Online, we have played this beta to test the game. We have not played it to win a beta that doesn't matter. We've played it to test and make sure we're comfortable and know exactly what we want to do. In the yellow zone fights where there are diminishing returns, there are people that are in better gear than us that have a 10% advantage, and we will win over and over and over again. We've got the video proof of it. However, the curve of gear is crazy in this game. You go into a red zone, and we fought somebody the other day. I was the tank and I had 2,500 health or something like that. Their tank had 4,000 and better resist, so their effective hit points are basically double mine. And they had more players. Like, you can't compete at that level unless you go down a certain path. Now, the fame to get that is fine. It's easy enough to do, but you have to be successful in PvP in the outer areas, you're going to have to commit to a certain path, or realize that, okay, well, I was out in a tier 4 spear today, tier 4, and basically tier 4.2, 4.3, like basically the minimal type of gear. 7 Brazil forces tried to gank me. They warbow stunned me at first, hit the cloak, then the then my E for my spirited dodge, then my flee. Then when the flee came off, hit a block because the dagger guy was still riding my ass, and basically, and then the heal potion, and made it out with 100 health in low, crappy ass gear against their mythical gear that they were wearing. So you can still be useful and successful in lower gear, but you have to realize what your roles are going to be, whether it's scout or whether it's the Leroy that's going to be like, okay, I know this isn't going to work. I'm going in with the hammer, and you just go in to smash them and slow them down for us while the smaller group takes off from the Zerg. So there are things that you can do if you're not playing as much, but you have to be aware of that, and we can talk about that after we get off camera here in a bit. But I want to, for the public part, just certainly talk about that. There are specific options that are going to be very useful.
Cool. Yeah, and then the last part about testing. Ask anybody that's been playing for a while, if you're just coming back in to kind of relearn the game this last month or two before the wipe. We'll do another weapons test. I know Rook's recorded a few before, but we'll actually put recorded times for each weapon so you can see what the single target DPS is for the weapon.
Yeah, so certainly a great bit of time. There's a few new spells and stuff that are coming on some of the weapons in the next little while. Once that's more finalized, then we're getting close to that point where people that have been away, you might want to come back and just see what things look like, and we can tell you about some other options after here in a bit too. Anything else there, Magic or Embo, for the PvP part of it and the guild events?
No, just guild event probably every Wednesday. Definitely every Wednesday, and we can kind of change it up if people want to duel or just go out and do whatever. But at least Wednesday, everybody try and get on just to keep up to date on it, or semi.
Yeah, whenever it works for you guys, that'll be fun. I'll certainly be here whenever I can. Raven, anything for logistics that you want to talk about?
Yeah, currently we're in the process of upgrading the buildings in our territory up to tier 7. So to accomplish this, I've set up buy orders in our Amosbridge Guild auction house for all the unrefined stone. So just, if you got any stone to donate, just bring it to the auction house and just sell it to my buy orders. I've also done this with food for a number of the crops and even some livestock. And of course, if you can't, if there's a buy order that's missing or something, or you have a question, you can just always send me a letter in game, and then when I log in, I'll read it and get back to you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Anything else that we want to say publicly before we get to the secret stuff? Okay, well, let's see that MH one more time, and we'll sign off here. 3, 2, 1. Or whatever's left of it. Nice. Well, this is Rook with Mostly Harmless, and we'll see you out on the battlefield. Oh, I gotta say here, I don't think I've said it on camera enough. We have a good rapport with the developers. We have done a lot of fun work with them, and it is because of the guides, the attitude that people put out in the community, the good posts that are constructive criticism and that represent us well, and they are really pleased, and it's going to make us more successful in the game, and it's going to make the community better in general, the stuff that everyone's doing. There's drama and whatever else out there in the games that people play and stuff, and I'm just glad that it hasn't been here, that it's been a lot of good months recently of just relaxing and having fun and no drama, and helping the community get that way too. So thank you all for everything you guys do. Really appreciate it. And I know the developers do, from what I'll show you a message from one of them in a second that just talks about it so much. So thanks.